So my first bio job, it was not a sewage backup. It was a murder scene. And the dude was beaten to death with a hammer in his house. And as bad as that sounds, it looked even worse. And today's video, I'm going to share with you the story of that call and of that job. How did I get it late at night? And this was the first one I had to go through. And I'm sharing this because it changed the way that I ran my business. It changed me, and it changed my restoration business and how I looked at restoration moving forward. So if you're in restoration, you might get one of these calls one day, and I want you to be prepared because I was not, okay? And this is going to be the story of that job and that project. So let's go. All right, guys. So yeah, this is a little bit grim, but here's the deal. I just want you to know this. Like, I did a handful of bio and traumas. If you guys want more stories about the bio and traumas, let me know. I'm even open to doing some pictures and showing you guys some stuff, just like to truly educate you. It is it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy thing to see. And if you're anything like me, I always wondered what was going to be like. You know, what was my first trauma job going to be? And yeah, it was just heartbreaking. And so anyway, it just, like I said, if you want more of these stories, drop a comment down below. Tell me what you want. Do you want more stories? Do you want to see some pictures and hear some stuff about it? Anyway, that being said, I'm going to get out of the way. And whatever questions y'all have, drop them as comments. This is really important stuff. You need to know how you're doing these jobs. I did not do this stuff right. It was my first one, okay? And yeah, I've got a bunch of stories. So maybe I'll tell you about it one day. We'll go. Like, when I knocked on the door, the dad was there, had a loaded pistol in his pocket when I walked in the door, because his son was the one that was murdered. His son's blood's all over the house. Okay. It's the dad and the sister in there. Dad flew in from Phoenix, and they've got the dad's packing the gun because the killer's still at large. They don't know where he's at. Okay. This happened 48 hours ago. Okay. And I'm like, bro, can you put the gun down? It's in his hand. Okay. And, anyway, long story short, when we got to doing that job, there was blood on the walls where the fight was. And this freaking dirtbag dude, not only did he murder the guy, he murdered this man's son with a hammer, but then he went so far as he went and showered in the house to get all blood off. Blood was all over. And this is why the bio and trauma stuff touched my heart a lot, because like, I was there to clean up everything. And this is why bio and trauma is so important, because if we don't clean it up, guess who cleans it up? Guess who cleans it up? Guess who cleans it up? The family members. The freaking family members clean it up. And this guy murdered his son, and then he went and showered in his shower, left and came back and started to steal things from the house, made a couple trips. And the dad had been staying in the house where his son had been murdered for the past 2 days. The dad's staying in the house. Do you understand how unhealthy this is? The dad's sleeping in the house and like, all of the stuff's over there, right over there up against the wall. Oh, it's heartbreaking. And so anyway, I digress. The dad wound up cleaning up all that blood in the bathroom. And then I got in there and cleaned up the rest of the stuff. But like, when I wrote my estimate for this stuff, guys, even though the blood was on that wall or on this wall, okay, we painted all the walls. We replaced all the carpet. Yeah, I know there was blood on this carpet and that carpet and right there, but why do I replace it all? Because I don't want him to have to wonder why this wall's brand new and this one's got fingerprints on it from his kids, okay? Because the kid marks, where you can see it in one area and not in another, is a constant reminder that somebody was murdered there. And before that murder happened, there wasn't a reminder of a murder. So in order, in my opinion, to restore that property to pre-loss condition, there's got to be no reminder. So all of the carpets got to get fixed. All of the walls have to get fixed. Everything has to get fixed. I'll tell you this. A buddy of mine called me. He sent me a text. He wound up cleaning up. He did a biotrauma. He wasn't a celebrity, but the guy sold a company, a large company, for like hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. I guess it really don't even matter, to be honest. Yeah, he owned a software. He owned a software that we even used in the restoration industry. And the guy sold his software, made like $300 or $400 million at his exit, and then he later killed himself. Well, buddy of mine got the call. It was like a murder-suicide. It's crazy. It's crazy what happens out there, man. It's insane. Yeah, this ain't the place to say, what famous person did you clean up? But man, the bio and trauma world's different, man. It is different. It is different. Sad. And the murders are sad. The suicides are sad. But I tell you what, the hoarding situations are sad. Because you see somebody's last day. You see their last day. And that's just hard. It's just hard. Well, I'm done. This is morbid. Hope you all have a good day. If you want me to grow your company, go to workwithshane.com. Peace out.
Guys, if you didn't already know, the two biggest problems you're going to have in owning a restoration company are this. Number one, getting consistent water damage jobs coming in the door. Number two, getting paid what you're worth for those water damage jobs. For that reason, I'm addressing both those problems with these videos to my left or right. On one side, it's about getting jobs. On the other side, it's about getting paid. Go over there, click the link. I'll see you in the next video.